So in my work as a psychedelic facilitator, I come across intention a lot because that's usually what what I ask for of all my clients, the people that I work with, is that, what's part of your motivation and what might your intention or intentions be, for the upcoming experience. And the reason why I ask that is because, I think it's important for us to kind of locate and identify what it is that we'd like to work on, what's part of our intention for this experience, because I believe that just having an intention can definitely steer us in a certain direction, because it kind of, especially when we can meditate on it, when we can just contemplate on our intention and just let it sort of live within us and build during the actual experience, it can come out, because it becomes more part of the subtle or subconscious mind. But at the same time, I also like to emphasize to the people that I work with that it's more about our attitude being intentional rather than having a specific intention. And the reason why I say that is because I've just found out that this experience will give to you whatever it needs to give you. I generally see that, it's not necessarily going to give you what you want, but more what you need. And I think cultivating this sense of intentionality is something that would serve us more, and also just in general, like more of this sense of receptivity towards this experience. And that's something we can kind of, again, cultivate and opening ourselves up to receive. And us, or the people, especially nowadays, the people that are like involved in psychedelic work are also doing it because they are aware of the therapeutic and medicinal potential that these substances have for us. So that's already, being quite intentional. And then also, especially for people who are working with me, is that, their involvement or them involving me is also like a great step in making this experience intentional. So I think, just having those sort of like elements that brought you to this experience, that are part of your motivation, but then also you kind of curating a certain type of setting where you make them so that they would benefit the experience to the best sort of potential. And I think when we're able to just have those elements, that's already us being intentional. And then having an extra like specific intention that may serve as an anchor, that you can use, especially during the experience when it becomes challenging or difficult or more heavy, confusing perhaps. Then if you can kind of remind yourself of your own intention, that can open yourself up and just remind yourself of, okay, this is the reason why I'm here. And especially when you're going through like a difficult phase during the experience, then it can kind of help you, like, okay, there is something of value in here that I'm seeing or not seeing, but there's something to learn from this as well, especially when it's like more heavy, especially when it's more challenging. So in that regard, I think there's like a nice sort of like dynamic between us having a specific intention and then us having more of a general attitude of being intentional. So I think that's something that I just wanted to share, in this video, is that us being aware of that dynamic, but then also us knowing that this experience will just unfold in whatever way it needs to, and our involvement to see how relevant and significant it is, like on the one hand, but also to see like how minimal it is on the other, and to kind of recognize that the more we can kind of diminish our involvement, our sort of conscious involvement, the more beneficial that generally tends to be for this whole experience, because that would mean we are more in a state of receiving, we're more in a state of, okay, letting that sort of stream take us in whatever direction it needs to take us, and trusting and allowing that process and really just surrendering into it. So I hope you find this video helpful in some way. I'd like to thank you for watching, and perhaps until the next time. Bye.